Hello everyone, welcome to this channel. I am Lily, and in this video I'm going to show you how you can get up your housing and stay on top of all repairs long term in same locality in a 150 plus Mesolithic tribe. Okay, let's start with how to keep up with repairs of 150 plus tribe in the Mesolithic timeline first. As a start, we are by nature migratory or semi-sedentary. This also means, of course, the environment is not meant to be lasting forever. So resources are very reduced after many years in the same locality. You could, however, stay for many years or even forever, depending on where you are in Europe, also how you are playing, and of course also the seed locality and luck. You need a good area, and you also need to know what you're doing. However, let's get back to this. Rule number one in a 150 plus tribe that has no farming is to make sure you harvest and consume the resources in a way that the locality can sustain for many years. We do this by always mixing up the types of housing we build for our tribe, hence also the build and maintenance materials needed, and this way we are not hammering on only one resource all the time. The resource materials we have in the Mesolithic timeline is straw, reed, leather and stone. This means we have 4 different building materials we can use for our housing. If you use only one type of build and maintenance materials for many years in the same locality with a large tribe, you will deplete the vicinity, and in the end your logistics will kill off the tribe efficiency, and suddenly you find yourself in a camp that is in disrepairs and you cannot seem to get on top of it. Now, let's see if we cannot avoid this altogether. We have stone, straw, reed and leather as build material and also maintenance material in the Mesolithic timeline. So what we are now doing is to divide our houses on all the types of maintenance resources the locality has. The maintenance resource is always listed last on the list of materials any object needs. Before we start building anything, we should migrate from the old locality and pause as soon as we've landed in the new locality. So I'm going to migrate with my large tribe. You don't have to. But if you have already depleted your locality, you really should start with a migration. I'm going back to an old test tribe I had, Lil Bubbles. It's a hardcore, but it doesn't matter. So what we should do when we prepare for migration is always to dismantle our pelt huts. So let's do that. And if you have it in a builders group, then give all the pelt huts back to tribe and put the communal task policies to absolute max. This way we can ensure that the entire tribe is helping to quickly dismantle all the pelt huts. When all the pelt huts are dismantled, then remember to place down the communal task policies to wherever you had it before. After migration, first task is of course to find a suitable place to settle. We are now going to set up the groups based on current population and access to resources in this locality. This means that we need to collect a lot more raw stones than we have to when we are already established. So change the group you have to do a lot more stone gathering. What we are also going to do is to use the clear tool to help get even more resources quickly. What we need quickly are sticks and stones. Right, so now we have activated the tribe to go get the resources that we need to get up what we should always start with when we land, the leather housing. We should also place down as many fireplaces to cover the population that will not have anywhere else to sleep. In beginners you can get away with having people sleeping out in the open for many sleeps. In hardcore you need to get it up within 2 to 4 days before people start leaving. When we have landed, the only housing we have access to are the leather housing. So while tribe is gathering sticks and stones, place down your leather huts. Place down as many as you have the materials for, or as many as your population need. Whatever the pelt huts are not covering, your fireplaces will have to cover. With a population of 150 plus, you should have the ability to mix both with the pelt huts and also with some of the pit huts. The pit huts are higher in quality for sleep, so your people will be more happy when they sleep in these. They are, however, much more expensive and time consuming to build. Do not place down anything else at the moment. Let them build in peace. Get up your graves as well if you're playing hardcore, and also your offerings if you're playing hardcore. If you're playing beginners, you do not need to do that as a start, but don't wait too long, as nobody likes to have the deceased rot on the ground, no matter difficulty. Now that everything has been built, everyone has a place to sleep, whether it is a pelt hut, a pit hut or a fireplace, and you can see materials have come into camp, we can start placing down different types of housing. This will help us in making sure that we're not hammering only one type of resource from any locality. Pending current materials in the camp, build the houses as the mats come in. Avoid building anything that you do not have all resources for in camp. Also, even though you have 1,000 straw in your camp, do not build a ton of straw housing. Remember to use varying building and maintenance material houses. Also, do not worry too much about the unrest percentage that the lower quality houses give. Build some of all types when mats allow, as all members of tribe will rotate on the better housing anyway. Get up best quality you have of each house type as mats come in. Divide them equally on all housing variations, and then dismantle the lower quality ones that take same maintenance resource as soon as the better quality is up. However, do not prematurely dismantle the lower quality. Make sure that everyone has a house to sleep in first. In the Mesolithic timeline, there will not be a lot of reed in the rivers or on land. So what we need to do then is to only have a few but best quality housing from reed. The rest will need to be in majority leather and then straw. You can also get the stone pit huts, but they have lower quality. I would still build at least a few of these to make sure that I vary all the maintenance materials needed if I plan to stay long term in same locality in the Mesolithic timeline. And now all members have a house to sleep in with varying materials and also quality. We should now make sure we place income of the various materials on maintenance only in the gathering groups. For this, we simply need to place limits on all materials to a little below half the amount that the house needed to be built. So a reed hut will need between 60 and 75 reed per 20 months or so, while a straw hut will need around 40 to 50 per 12 months or so. And this is how you can stay in the same locality for many years without having issues with repair materials after many years. Just keep in mind, vary all your buildings so that no one resource is constantly hammered.